everybody, Dave Shinske at Baseball Rebellion. I'm going to go over your eval and hopefully enlighten you on some things that you do well, some things that you can work on, and take that to your practices, okay? And I'm going to send a few drills as well that are going to help you too, because I know it's a one-time deal. So here we go. This is Tanner on the left. He is an 11-year-old. I think he just turned 12, actually. And he's been in my online program for a while. He comes off and on, for his season. He gets on just so I can get some game film of him. So, if you'd like to do the same thing, feel free. I know this is, again, a one-time deal. So let's get right into it. So we're going to start out with Tanner and how he goes over his head. You have a little bit of the same movements, and a lot of kids do out of the windup. I like going over the head because it just creates just a little bit of a sequence. I like basically as he comes over, it's almost like a dance into a sequence where his glove meets his leg. Here you can kind of see, again, you don't have a rubber, but your eyes are facing down the whole time, even until you get up into your leg lift. You physically can't see where you're going with the ball. So the target, we want to keep our eyes on the target. Now, again, similar leg lifts. In the glove into a similar position, just how you got there was different, okay? So, again, I'm not, I don't care how you basically get to this position. I just like going over the head because it just creates a little bit more freeness and a little bit more rhythm. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is how he drives his hips. So he drives right off the bat. Anything done well should be, especially in sports, and if you're trying to go fast, should be done right off the bat. So the start is a very important deal in a lot of aspects of baseball, football, any sport really. So let's check out how you start your lower half. So you go back down, and basically I can see your knee coming towards the camera, okay? So the weight that we want to put on our back foot would be right in front where the Nike sign is. So you see how you basically kind of keep your back part of your foot. So that's going to keep you from going towards your target. So I like to think about using an analogy of my body as basically like a gun. So I talk about my lower half being the sight. So if we're talking about a sight of a rifle, the lower half, the hip, the knee, and the ankle are going to be my sight towards that target. Now my vision works as well with my sight, okay? So the vision and sight are two different things to go to where I want to go and the body goes, okay? So again, your sight is just a little off, first of all, because of the vision is down, and that's where your body's going to go, down, okay? And then your eyes come back up, and now you're going to start to go towards the target. At this point, you've kind of gotten out of sequence, and what we'll see here later on is some disconnects. What that means is some flaws that will not help you be repeatable, and also some flaws that may come up later on in your career and maybe cause some risk of injury. So again, we don't want that, and we want to have the best performances as we can. So that first initial move is a huge one, okay? So basically, I'm going to send you some lower half drills for that, to enhance that. And you can look online as well on baseballrebellion.com. We give out weekly social media drills, advice, methodology. So again, use that to learn more and to use as a hub. As if you think that you have something, or you have, or you're not doing it right properly. There's so much free stuff on that site. The next thing is our arm swing, okay? So we talk about how the arm comes out of the glove for Tanner here. It's almost like he drops the ball out of his glove. I call this tracing my leg. So it's almost like he traces that back leg with the ball. let's check out what happens here. So you do a really good job of tracing that back leg. Now, just because you didn't get your lower half momentum going, the ball goes back towards that tree. It's almost like first base instead of going out towards shortstop and relaxing that arm swing, okay? So not bad with the arm swing, but you'll see is that as you start to get the ball up here, your hips never open. So I see that you're losing a little bit of velo because your hips, back foot, and knee never start to open up as the ball gets above your elbow. Let's see Tanner, as he starts to get the ball above his elbow, you can see his back leg rotating into the ground. So at front foot strike, he gets into this really, really good position, and we'll go over that in a sec. So position at foot strike for you is arm opening up just a little bit. All right, so you can see that his arms are squared off. Okay, your arms are just opened up, or shoulders are opened up just a little bit, excuse me. And again, your arm is almost coming forward too fast, and you're landing a little bit closed off, okay? So all this is definitely fixable. So again, don't worry if you're like, what is he talking about? All this is fixable. So if you trust me, again, you're 9 years old. You're a big 9-year-old. So again, you're a strong kid. You just have to allow yourself to not think about the throw and think about the pitch, and allow your movements to move you towards the pitch, okay? And that's going to be the difference, okay? And the last thing here is going to be our finish. So I recognized how on some of the other ones where you're finishing very high. So again, when you come through the finish, I like the way your front leg braces up, okay, and your back foot stays on the ground. But you see how your shoulders never get all the way over your front foot far enough? Check out Tanner as he starts to come over his front leg. You see how far out in front he finishes and how low he finishes. And this is going to allow us to throw really lower strikes, better strikes, and get closer to the plate, which equals velocity. So again, release point is about near your head. Okay, and you can see Tanner's is just out in front just a little bit more, but not bad with your lower half and how you're rotating forward. With your upper half, you just have to allow yourself to now come up and over with that back foot a little bit better through your finish. And again, you'll have better strikes and more velocity because you're closer to the plate, and you're basically letting your shoulder finish to where you want to go. So again, more accuracy, more velocity, and again, also the most efficient positions that we're trying to get into are going to help you stay safe through your throwing motion. Okay, so that was a little bit of what we teach here, and you'll move forward with the drills that I'm going to give you. Some of them are for lower half, some of them for upper half. I want you to do them in progression as I send them. So I'm going to send you a upper half, upper body drill, 2 upper body drills, and a lower body drill, and I want you to take that into your throws and warm-ups as you go into your practices and your games, okay? And if you have any questions, let me know. But again, at 9 years old, you got some pretty good movements, strong kid, but again, we have to allow ourselves to move right to be able to allow ourselves to change and not thinking about the throw and thinking about being so perfect, okay? So again, great job.